Hello everyone. Hope you're having a good day. And today I'm gonna be continuing development on my PONG game on Unity. Hey Fredericks, how's it going? Oh, and yeah, thank you. I got myself a new wallpaper. Well, multiple wallpapers because I made a slideshow. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, now what I want. Okay, yeah. First, I'm gonna add the particles to the multiplayer scene. Okay, changed again. Here's one of the other wallpapers. This is a Birth by Sleep wallpaper. Here you have Ventus, Aqua Terra, Xehanort, Zigbar, Vanitas, Lee, I don't remember, Zack from Final Fantasy 7 Crisis Core, Kairi, Kid Sora, Kid Riku, Master Ericus, and 3 other guys here. And in the background there's the Cupid graveyard. Here's my explosion. Left wall. Yeah, I don't remember the names. All I know is that they are part of the organization in the later games. Later games story-wise, since Birth by Sleep is a prequel to the Kingdom Hearts one. Explosion. Explosion, okay. Should work now. Oh, and also after an hour passes, I'm gonna show more of my cards. God damn it. Okay, it started. Okay, here we go. Yep, works. And yeah, everything works. And today I'm gonna be adding sounds. Oh, here's... okay, no. This is one of the older ones. Where's it here going? Oh yeah. I need to search for some sounds now. Okay, I forgot how the website is called. Here you go, freesound.org. Okay, let's see. 8-bit and okay, first I'm gonna need to add make OBS register the sounds. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, need to be a bit more specific. Need to be the 8-bit. No. The fuck? Bro. This might not be good. Oh. I think I like this explosion the most. Oh, yellow again. Just okay, yellow again. No. Yeah, but not the ones I need. No. I'm gonna give him this one. Wow. Nice. This time. Nice. I think I'll keep this one for now. Okay, let's see. Okay. No, this is a laptop. Okay, so for some reason it made it so one screen can only change between two wallpapers, and the other screen can only have like two different. I could show you the specs. Here, go this PC. No, not that one. System info, I think, is the one. Anyway, so yeah, let's see. Well, it has 8 gigs of RAM. So this is all the specs. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you my other wallpapers. Here's one of them. I really like this one. It's Sora and Riku from Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories with a galaxy background. And this is another one I like. It's all the different, like, I guess, hearts of the characters. Most of them are just Sora and Riku. This is just the main one, Kingdom Hearts 1. Here's Kingdom Hearts, well, 1. Chain of Memories. Chain of Memories Riku. 2. Roxas. Xion. The Warriors of Light, or whatever they called, from the Union Cross back cover movie. The guys that wear like different kinds of masks, so like the unicorn mask, snake mask, panther mask, fox I think, and bear. Then we have King Mickey, Aqua, coded or recoded, Dream Drop Distance Sora, and the Dream Drop Distance Riku. And let's go here, assets, create folder, sounds. Go here and let's drag and drop. Okay, first let's rename this to explosion sound. And I'm gonna rename this to beep, and this one to bop. Okay, let's see. Keys. There you go. I have no idea how to add sounds. Let's see. Here it is. Sound. Here we go. This is the newest one, 5 years ago.
In this video, we're gonna have a look at adding audio to your game. The first part of the
Okay, I'm gonna just close some of these.
In this video, we're gonna have a look at adding audio to your game. The first part of the video will be an introduction to audio in Unity. We'll be setting up an audio listener and adjusting some audio source components to add sound. And then in the second part of the video, I'll show you how to make an audio manager. The audio manager makes it really easy to add your sounds and play them through script. I'll have a link where you can download it in the description, but to those of you who are interested in how you can program the audio source component, we'll go through and make an audio manager from scratch. Alright, let's get started. So as you can see, I have a project open. This is Shrinking Planet. It's my newest Ludum Dare submission, and I've gone ahead and stripped it from all the audio. So when we play the game now, it should be totally silent. So let's add some sounds. The first thing we need when adding audio to our game is an audio listener. The most common place for this is the camera. If you select your main camera, you will probably see an audio listener there already. If not, you can always just go and add it by hitting add component and searching for audio.
Main camera. Okay, yep, here's audio listener.
Audio listener. All this component does is, well, listen for sounds. That also means that the game object that you put your audio listener on will be the place from where you hear sounds in 3D. That's why it's most commonly put on the camera. The next thing we need is an audio source. If we go to any game object in our scene, I'm just going to select the player. We can go ahead and add a new component, and let's add the audio source. This component is responsible for playing an audio clip, and that's also the first thing we have to specify. I've gone ahead and imported a few audio clips. Unity supports most file formats. All of
Okay. Okay, Forest Bomb. Yeah. Brack is just such a good YouTuber. Sad that he doesn't do videos anymore. He had really good Unity tutorials. This is audio source. So this one is gonna do actually, what am I doing? Top, one component, audio source, and then you're gonna use the same beep sound. Beep, and then the player and the opponent are gonna use the bop sound. Here you go. And then the left and the right wall are gonna make an explosion sound. Here you go. So far that's it.
These are in MP3. If we click on any of them, a few settings will appear. You can squeeze some performance out of your audio by messing around with these. I'll have a link in the description if you want to read more about that. And if we go ahead and hit play, we can have a listen. So let's now select our player and drag in the car sound. By default, our audio source is set to play on awake, so if we now hit play, we should actually hear the sound. Awesome! We have a bunch of ways we can configure this. Most important is the
we don't need the play on awake. Let's see. Wait, what? This dot .wav file. That shouldn't matter. I'll just keep them as .wav files. Back to YouTube.
Volume of our sound and the spatial blend. This controls whether or not you want your sound to be played in 2D or 3D space. If you select 2D, it will always be played with the same volume in both speakers. However, if we slide it towards 3D, the volume of the sound is going to depend on how close our audio listener is to the audio source.
Okay, let's just see if the sounds work. Bop, bop. Yeah, now let's see. Left, right, bottom, top, opponent, player. We'll need to play on awake. That's okay.
And it's also going to factor in stuff like the Doppler effect, where sounds moving towards you are more high frequent and sounds moving away get pitched down. So let's try and set this to 3D and have a listen. I think that's a lot better for our game. Finally, this sound should be looping, and so I'm gonna check off loop. Now in my game I have meteors that crash down upon the planet, and when they hit the planet I want them to make an explosion sound. Luckily I have it set up in such a way that every time a meteor hits the ground, it's going to spawn a crater object. And so we can simply go ahead and find the prefab for this crater, add an audio source, and I have a sound set up for this. That's the meteor hit. It sounds like this. So we can simply drag that in, make sure it's set to play on awake, and here we're using the fact that play on awake means that the audio will play as soon as the object gets spawned in. So if it's enabled...
Oh, can I put it on a... Now I wonder, can I put it on a particle? Doesn't seem like I can put it on. Well, on particles. Yeah, let's just continue watching.
Right when the scene starts, it's going to play right away, but if it's spawned in at a later point, it's going to play at that point. And we definitely want this to be in 3D space, but we might go for something like 0.8. If we now hit play and wait for a meteor to come crashing, we can hear the impact. So you should now be able to go through and add audio sources to many of your game objects. I've gone ahead and added one to the meteor as well. This, much like the car, is set to play on awake and is set to loop, and it's just the sound of the meteor flying through air. And so without any coding, we've actually added a bunch of different sounds to our game. However, some sounds aren't tied to a particular game object. An example of this could be the click sound you hear when you hover over a button, or the game over voice you hear when your player dies, as well as, of course, music. There's a bunch of different ways to go about this. You could go in and add a bunch of empty game objects with an audio source on each, and then through script, access that component and call .play when necessary. But I don't think that's very clean, so I've come up with a simple audio manager that I use all the time. I'm of course going to have a link to it in the description in case you don't want to code it for yourself, but in case you're interested, here's how it's done. So first let's go and create an empty game.
Okay, let's look at that. Audio manager. God damn it. Audio manager. There we go. Here we go. You just copy this. And put into our game. Go to scripts, create C#, audio manager. Okay, now that's wrong. Audio manager. There we go. Open this one. Here you go. Okay, we are back. I'm back. Okay, let's just watch the video.
Game object, let's reset the transform, and let's call this one Audio Manager. Let's drag the game object to the top so we can always see it. Let's then hit Add Component, and we want to add a component called Audio Manager. It's going to be of type C#, and let's hit Create Now. Let's double click it to open it up in Visual Studio. In the top here, we can now delete the two using tags, and instead write using Unity Engine .audio. Many of the new audio features in Unity are now wrapped inside of this namespace, so it's a good idea to include it whenever you're working with sound. Now the main idea for this audio manager is to have a list of sounds where we can easily add or remove sounds as we go, and each sound has some different properties. It has an audio clip, a volume and pitch set.
Okay, let's go make a new object. Okay.
Inside of this namespace, audio. Let's then hit Add Component, and we want. So to get around this, Definitely want this to be in 3D space, but we might go for something like 0.8. If we now hit play and wait for a meteor to any of your game objects. Wake and is set to loop. Click sound you hear of the game they use all the time. I'm of course going to have a link to it in the description. Add a component called Audio Manager, you can always see it. At the transform, but in case you're interested, here's how it's done. So first let's go and create an empty game object. Let's reset the transform and let's call this one Audio. Go and create an empty game object. Let's reset the transform. And let's call this one Audio Manager. Let's drag the game object to the top so we can always see it. Let's then hit Add Component, and we want to add a component called Audio Manager. It's going to be of type C#, and let's hit Create and Add. Let's double click it to open it up in Visual Studio. In the top here, we can now delete the two using tags and instead write using Unity Engine .audio. Many of the new audio features in Unity are now wrapped inside of this namespace, so it's a good idea to include it whenever you're working with sound. Now the main idea for this audio manager is to have a list of sounds where we can easily add or remove sounds as we go, and each sound has some different properties. It has an audio clip, a volume and pitch setting, the possibility to loop, and you can add stuff like volume and pitch randomness or spatial blend. Then when we start the game, we go through the list, and for each item we add an audio source with the appropriate settings. Then when we want to play a sound, we simply call a play method on the audio manager where we input the name of the sound that we want to play, and the audio manager is then going to find the source with that name and play the sound. This makes everything so easy to use. So first we need a list of sounds, but we want to control what data is stored in each sound. And so let's go ahead and create a custom class called sound. To do that, we go inside of Unity, we go to the project and hit create C# script, and let's call this one sound. We then double click it, hit project and hit create. And so let's go ahead and create a custom class called sound. To do that, we go inside of Unity, we go to the project and hit create C# script, and let's call this one sound. We then double click it, hit reload all, and in here we again want to be using Unity Engine.audio. We also don't want this to derive from mono behavior, and we want to delete the two methods. We also don't want this to derive from mono behavior, and we want to delete the two methods. The first thing we want is a reference to our audio clip. So let's write public audio clip, and let's call it clip. We also want a volume. Let's write public float volume, and a pitch. Public float pitch. Now we'll be adding
Okay. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, Casey. How are you doing? Yeah. My mic is on, right? Yep, my mic is on. Okay, volume and pitch. Yo, Ren, how's it going? Thanks for coming to the stream. Yeah. Thanks for coming, Ren. How are you doing? Yeah, I started to use, well, a face cam now. Well, I could like turn it down for a second. Ooh, Yakuza 0. I really like the Yakuza series. So yeah, here's my PNG avatar. I don't remember what chapter I am on. Yakuza 0. Cool. I actually have Persona 3 on my PC. I'm gonna play it someday. I'm gonna turn this off now and go back to my camera. Let's see, consoles, and here we go, Persona 3 FES. While I'm still here, I'm gonna show off my game collection. Here's my arcade games. I only have Z-Blade. Oh yeah, I definitely already finished that chapter. Here are my PC games. Card Hunters. Oh, my brother plays this. Also my brother mostly. GTA 5, RetroArch, Stumble Guys, which is just a Fall Guys clone that my brother plays, Terraria, Mod Loader, which is just a mod loader for Terraria, and Master Duel. Then let's go to consoles. I have N64, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, and Super Mario 64. And yes, I only have Mario Bros. Sega Dreamcast, only Sonic Adventures 2, my favorite. I only have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for PS1, Persona 2 3 FES, and my SNES games. A Link to the Past, Mega Man X, Street Fighter 2, Super Mario World, and Super Mario World Co-op. Now the handheld games. 3DS, Persona Q2, New Cinema Labyrinth, Shin Megami Tensei 4, Super Mario Maker, and Tomodachi Life. For DS I have New Super Mario Bros. For Game Boy and Game Boy Color I have Fire Emblem, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Mario Kart Super Circuit, and Sonic Advance. Yep. Shin Megami Tensei 4. For Game Boy Color I have a homebrew game, Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Game Boy Color Edition. A prototype game, Diablo Jr. Yeah, Harvest Moon, Game Boy Color. Last, my favorite, PSP games. I have Bleach Hit the Soul. Go here. Here's my cat. Go here. Yeah, okay. I have Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix Super Boss Mod, Normal Final Mix, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Impact, pretty good game, Shin Megami Tensei Persona 2 Innocent Sin, and Tekken 6. My least favorite game out of all of these. And yeah, that's my entire collection of games on PC. Now let's go back to game development. Bitch. Okay. Bitch. Now I just need to put this in public. This also public. Let's see what's next.
Some more to this as we go, but this is the base of our sound class. So if we save this, we can now go into the audio manager, and in here we create a public sound array, and let's call it sounds. Now when we save,
Okay. We already have this here. Let's see here.
save that and go into Unity and have a look under the audio manager, we would expect a list to appear. However, it does not. The reason why is that whenever we create a custom class and we want this class to appear in the inspector, we have to mark it as serializable. So right above the class, we make 2 square brackets and we write system.serializable. Now when we save and hit in
System.serializable. Serializable. Here we go. Okay, what's wrong here?
2 square brackets and we write system.serializable. Now when we save and head into
The fuck?
square brackets and we write system.serializable. Now when we save
Oh, before the public class. Okay, understand now. Yeah, now everything's good. Edit. Okay, control Y. And now we wait. Okay, loaded. Audio manager. Hey, I forgot to put in the script. Sound. Yeah, audio manager, here you go.
to Unity, we can see that we have a list of sounds. Let's add an element. And we want this class to appear in the inspector, we have to mark it as serializable. So right above the class, we make 2 square brackets and we write system.serializable. Now when we save, we make 2 on this class and go into Unity sound array. Now go into the audio manager, and in here we create a public sound array, and let's call it sounds.
Okay, first I'm gonna hide all of this. Yep. Okay, I'll try to remove this component and add this again. Bro, what? Huh? Bro, what? How about this time? Let's try again. Okay, here we go. Also an hour passed, so time to show off more of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Okay. Which one do you want to see now? I already showed the Yami Yugi deck and the Yami Bakura deck. No, Yami Mark deck. And now I have... So now all that's left is Maximilian Pegasus and Yami Bakura. So which deck do you want to see now? The only ones left are Maximilian Pegasus and Yami Bakura. Ah, okay, that's okay. Okay, let's go Bakura. So first are the skill cards. First off, Inner Conflict. Activate the skill during your main phase. Once per duel, you can pay half your life points and take control of one monster your opponent controls until the end phase, but it cannot attack directly this turn. Decent effect. Next we have Into the Darkness Below. Activate the skill during your main phase. Once per turn, you can discard one normal fiend monster, then use one of the following skills. Draw one card, also flip this card over. If you have 4 or more fiend normal monsters with different names in your graveyard, add one monster from your deck to your hand. Also flip this card over. Pretty decent effect. Okay, let's go to the normal cards now. First off, the Wind-Headed Wolf. While you control another fiend monster, negate the effect of flip monsters destroyed by battle of this card. It's level 4 and has 1500 attack and 1000 defense. Next, a level 2 monster, Mask of Darkness. Flip effect, target one trap in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. So just like that, like card that Yugi has, but instead of a spell card, you get a trap card. Okay, let me just sort some of the cards a bit. I got my nephew the GX Academy. Yo, sick! I'd love to have that. I'd love to have that box. I also wanted to have the dude in the suit. Trying to remember who. I've never actually seen the GX. The fuck? Oh, oh, the Destiny Hero guy. Yeah, I have like a little, well, shelf here, so she sometimes just climbs up there. Yeah, I also wanted to have like the Battle City box. And yeah, the guy with the white suit is the guy that uses the Destiny Hero monsters, which are kinda like elemental heroes, but they look more like villains. Okay, next off we have Dark Mimic level 1. It's just a little box, chest, with a mimic. Oh yeah, same. Actually no. 5Ds is like second favorite, and my number 1 favorite is Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Really excited for Speed Duel to get cards, and Speed Duel to get 5Ds cards. Yeah, I actually never seen it myself, but from the clips I've seen, it looks cool. Okay, so it has a flip effect. Draw one card. Self-explanatory. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can send this card to the graveyard. Special summon one Dark Mimic level 3 from your hand or deck. Next, we have Dark Mimic level 3. A cooler looking chest. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, draw one card, but if this card was special summoned by the effect of Dark Mimic level 1, draw 2 cards instead. Pretty good. Now this is one of those trap monsters, Zoma the Spirit. It's like a dragon zombie. More like dragon, just. It's a continuous trap. Special summon this card in defense position as an effect monster. Zombie. Dark attribute level 4. Attack 1800, defense 500. This card also still a trap. If this card summoned by this way is destroyed by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the monster that destroyed it. Pretty good card. Strong. What other characters did the Duel Academy box have? Next we have a normal monster. Really? Huh. Okay, next we have Whiptail Crow. It's pretty strong normal monster. Attack 1650 and defense 1600. Pretty good. Yeah, but they're pretty much cool. Thank you. So yeah, the Speedo cards are literally just the same as normal Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but they have this like little holographic thing next to the like little the text part that says like Speedo. Don't know if you can see it. Speedo. Yeah, maybe. Oh, and also, if I remember correctly, all of the like Yu-Gi-Oh! Speedo boxes include like I think 8 decks, so you can pretty much do like a little tournament with the family or just friends. Nice. So yeah, next card is Offering to the Doomed. It's a quick play spell. Target one face of monster on the field, destroy the target. Also skip your next draw phase. Pretty good effect. Pretty good spell. Next we have Lesser Fiend, a level 5 monster. Fiend effect. This card is always treated as an Archfiend card. Banish any monster destroyed by battle with this card. That's decent effect. Especially against like decks that have a bunch of monsters that have graveyard effects. Now this is a cool card. Gab the Divine Soldier. It's a level 6 monster. All monsters are changed to attack position. Also, their battle position cannot be changed. Sleep effects are not activated. Once per turn, you can reveal any number of fiend monsters in your hand. This card gains 300 attack for each until the end of this turn. Really strong. Next we have Dark Eruption. Target one dark monster with 1500 or less attack in your graveyard, add the target to your hand. Pretty good. Let's have Creeping Darkness. Banish 2 dark monsters from your graveyard. Add one level 4 dark monster from your deck to your hand. It's okay. You have to banish 2 dark monsters. Well, oh, from your graveyard, then it's a good effect. Now, I heard this is a really good card. Common Charity. Draw 2 cards, then banish one normal monster from your hand, or if you do not have any in your hand, send your entire hand to the graveyard. It's like Pot of Greed. So let me just repeat that. Draw 2 cards, then banish one normal monster from your hand, or if you do not have any in your hand, send your entire hand to the graveyard. It's like Pot of Greed, but in trap form and has higher stakes. Back to the monsters. The gross Ghost of Fled Dreams. It has 1300 attack and 1800 defense, and a 4-star monster. Next we have Puppet Master. Hello 6 monster. The effect reads: when this card is tribute summoned, you can pay 2000 life points, then target 2 field monsters in your graveyard. Special summon those targets, but they cannot attack this turn. And it only has 0 attack and 0 defense. So this card kinda ass, not gonna lie. And the plus, oh fuck. In the speed duel rules, you can only have 4000 life points, so it's not that great. If it was normal Yu-Gi-Oh, then it would be, I guess, kinda good, since, well, you have 8000 life points instead. Next we have that which feeds on life. Well, for a normal monster, Dark Attribute, it's a fiend monster. It has 1200 attack and 1000 defense. Ooh, now I really like this. I really like this card, Lancer Archfiend. It's like a skeleton. With blades as arms. Once per turn, when your monster declares an attack, when your monster declares an attack on your opponent's defense position monster, you can activate this effect. During that battle, if that monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. Really good. Piercing damage is really good. Next we have a spell card, Allure of Darkness. It's like a little deck in the middle. Draw 2 cards, then banish one dark monster from your hand, or if you do not have any in your hand, send your entire hand to the graveyard. So it's pretty much a common charity, but as a spell card, and instead of a normal monster, you need to banish one dark monster, not a normal monster. Pretty much the same card, just different monsters. Well, now this is one of the like hollow cards, like sparkly cards. Santa Claus. It's pretty much Santa if he was a demon. Fiend? I don't fucking know. So yeah, can't really get a better image. You can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field in defense position. but choosing one monster they control. If summoned this way, once during the end phase of this turn, you can draw one card. Okay, let's click on this. Already like the name. Trying to remember who. I've never actually seen GX. The fuck? Oh, also I forgot to say the attack and defense. It has 1200 attacks and 2500 defense. Yeah, funny clip. Okay, next we have the Earl of Demise. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Here you go. Yeah. The Earl of Demise. It has 500 attack and is a normal monster. Normal dark attribute fiend monster. It has 2000 attack and 700 defense. Pretty good attack monster. Next we have Dark Ruler Hades. I think this is supposed to be like Hades, Dark Ruler Hades, but it's Hades. He looks cool. It's a level 6 Fiend effect monster. Cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. Cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. Negate the effect of monsters destroyed by battle with Fiend the monsters you control. What's the song called? I know this is a Deltarune remix. My Castle Town. Ba 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 ba. Next we have Neck Hunter. It's a level 6 Fiend Dark normal monster. It has 1750 attack and 1900 defense. The other card had like way better attack. Which one was it? Yeah, the Earl of Demise with 2000 attack. Next is Prometheus, King of Sorrow. I need to do something about this. Too much light. Okay, it's a level 4 Dark Fiend effect monster. If this card is not summoned, banish one banish one or more dark monsters from your graveyard, and if you do, this card gains 400 attack for each until the end of this turn. Pretty good card. Okay, Okay, next is the shadow who controls the dark. Level 3 Dark Fiend monster. 800 attack, 700 defense. Headless Knight. It's a level 4 Earth Fiend normal monster, 1450 attack and 1700 defense. Now this is Bakura's Ace card, Dark Necrofear. Okay, it's a dark Fiend level 8 effect monster, and the effect reads: cannot be normal summoned / set, must first be special summoned from your hand by banishing 3 fiend monsters from your graveyard. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed in your monster zone by an opponent's card and sent there this turn, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, equip this card to that target. While this card is equipped to a monster, by this effect, take control of that monster. Pretty good. Oh, and it has 2200 attack and 2800 defense. Next is Earthbound Spirit. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. It's an Earth level 4 Fiend normal monster. It has 500 attack and look at this, 2000 defense. Pretty good defense monster. Veil of Darkness. Oh my god. Okay, it's a continuous spell. During your draw phase, if you draw a dark monster, you can reveal any number of them, send to the graveyard, then you can draw one more card. It's okay. Next you have, everybody knows this card, Twister, a quick effect. Pay 500 life points that target one monster, one face-up spell / trap on the field, destroy the target. Next is a trap card, the Forceful Checkpoint with the Goblin squad again. Oh wait, actually no. It's actually the Goblin King from one of those from a really good card, and he has his own card series. The King of Greed or something like that. When an opponent monster clears an attack, look at your opponent's hand, and if there is a monster card, negate the attack. Then to discard one monster from their hand, your choice. Pretty good effect. Last 2 cards. Sword of Dark Destruction. An equip spell. Equip only to a dark monster, it gains 500 attack and loses 200 defense. It's decent. The final card, Mad Reloader. It's a level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster. If this card destroyed by balance to the graveyard, send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, draw 2 cards. Pretty good if you don't really have a good hand. Now we can become small again. And we can go back to the game development. So yeah, I still have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this like every stream while I only have 1 deck left, so I'm gonna do another one on my Shin Megami Tensei stream. I really like the Final Fantasy songs that Game Chops has. So yeah, and all that's left is Maximilian Pegasus, the creator of the Yu-Gi-Oh game in the anime. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, let's watch Bracky's video.
When we save that and go into Unity and have a look under the audio manager, we would expect a list to appear. However, it does not. The reason why is that whenever we create a custom class and we want this class to appear in the inspector, we have to mark it as serializable. So right above the class, we make 2 square brackets and we write system.serializable. Now when we save and head into Unity, we can see that we have a list of sounds. Let's add an element, and the first element here has a clip, a volume, and a pitch. Now we can definitely make this more interesting. First off, let's go ahead and add a name. We'll make this a public string name, and we can also add sliders to our volume and pitch. To do that, we use the range app.
Oh, and also the like Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel boxes, like the Battle City box, Duel Academy box, it should also include like 1 little pack with a few hollow cards or like sparkly cards. What kind of cards did your, what was it, like nephew? Because if I remember correctly, the original like Battle City box had like, you could get like a few of the classic cards, but sparkly, like I forgot. Jinzo, yeah, Jinzo. I think a Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think you also get like all 3 of the God cards, or at least 1 of them. Like Dark Magician you could get, you can get a bunch of, and they're also like random, so like pretty much a booster pack, but full of sparkly cards.
Attribute, where we input a minimum and maximum value. We want our volume to go between 0 and 1, and we might want our pitch to go between 0.1.
Fuck. I forgot. Here you go.
And 3. If we now save and go into Unity, we can see it looks much better. Let's name this first element players
shit. Wait.
input a minimum and maximum value. We want our volume to go between 0 and 1, and we might want our pitch.
Oh. Okay, range. Shit. I wasn't paying attention. God damn it. And code. There you go. Let's go to sound. What? Shit. No. Here you go. Publishing name, okay. Public. String. Name. Okay, now we can continue this. This range. We have 0 float and 1 float. Then what you can do with the other one?
Between 0.1 and 3. If we now
0.1 and 3, okay. Okay, now we just need to do again range 0.1 1 no. Sick. Nice. Could you maybe like record some of the duels battles? Ah, okay. Okay, what is here? 0.1 float and okay, and 3 float and okay.
say we go into Unity, we can see it looks
And my throat is getting sore from all the talking. Yeah, you're right. I think they have a ball here. Hydration. They actually have like a little store set up where you can redeem points. Let's see, I think it's shop. Yep. So yeah, Dream Elements have this like point system similar to channel points, and you can use those points to redeem stuff like channel points on Switch. I have like hydrate. Fine. Oh Okay. I'll do that later. I'm just quickly. What is it? So 5 times 2 squats, okay? And now for the hydrate. Thank you for the reading instructions. Yep. I actually no.
Much better. Let's name the...
You're actually the first person to redeem those two. Now why does my thing not work? Maybe my code did not save it. Okay. Or just like write the code incorrectly or something.
Go between 0 and 1, and we might want our pitch to go between 0.1 and 3. If we now save and go into Unity, we can see...
Am I doing something wrong? Save. Okay, saved. Let's go here. Here. Where is it here? Huh. Okay, I'm gonna do something real quick. Hold on. Let's set this to 1. Save. Go to here. Yeah, I don't think anyone has actually redeemed the hydrate one yet. Neither any of the sports ones. Am I doing something wrong? Let's just quickly get this to save. Okay. Now what the fuck is this? Why is it not working? Okay, let's add one sound. Okay, so everything works now. I'm just a dumbass. Here you go. Yep. Okay, now come on, let's see. Let's see top wall. Let's go to sounds. Beep beep. Oh, okay. There's gonna be beep. Bottom wall. There's gonna be another beep. This is gonna be the paddle one. This is gonna be the bop, and this is gonna be ball 2. Another bop. Okay, for these there's gonna be explosion. Explosion left. Right. This is gonna be the explosion sound. Here you go. Yep, everything looks good. For now I'll close everything here.
It looks much better. Let's name this first element player death, and I'm gonna drag in my player death sound. Now in our audio manager, whenever we start the game, we want to loop through our list, and for each sound, add an audio source. Let's do this inside of the awake method. Awake is pretty much the same as the start method, except it's called right before. So we set up everything in our awake method so that we can play sounds in the start. To loop through our sounds, we go for each sound, and we'll call the sound that we're currently looking at S. In our sounds array, we want to go ahead and add an audio source component. We can do that on our current object or on a child object. For the sake of simplicity, let's just do it on the current object. So we'll go GameObject.add component, and the
Okay, probably won't be able to
we want to add is
finish
audio
this
source.
during
And
the
of course we want to
stream.
store this audio source in a variable, so that later when we want to play the sound, we can call the play method on the audio source. The simplest way to do this is go into our sound class and add a public audio source, and let's call it source. Of course, we don't want this to show up in the inspector because it's a value that we populate automatically in the awake method, and so we can mark this with an attribute called hide in inspector. So now even though the
Source. We're gonna need to hide in inspector.
variable is public, it won't show. Let's save that, go into the audio manager, and now we can set s, meaning the sound that we're currently looking at, .source equal to that new audio source component. And so we can set s.source.clip, meaning the clip of our audio source, equal to s.clip. And if we want to control our volume and pitch as well, we can set s.source s.volume equal to s.volume and s.source.pitch equal to s.pitch. So if we save this now and head into Unity and hit play, we can see that at the start of our game, an audio source gets added for each sound in our sounds array, and that the clip, the volume, and the pitch all get copied over. So let's exit play mode, and let's add a way to play this sound.
Okay. Let's try to copy this now. Okay. We can now just okay, actually no, let me just quickly hide this again. Here we go, wide awake. Hide this. Okay, let's hide this. Okay. Now we also just need to do this. Yep, everything's good. Wait, no. No, it's not. Okay, let's go back. Let's pick a new one. Wide awake. So now we do as dot. Oh wait, now we need to do this. God, I'm done. Wide awake, free sound. Okay, first we need to just do this, then this, and this. You can hide this. And then we can just hide this for now. Yep. Yep.
So if we save this now and head into Unity.
So yeah, let's go back to Unity.
And hit play, we can see that at the start of our game, an audio source gets added for each sound in our sounds array, and that the clip, the volume, and the pitch all get copied over. So let's exit play mode, and let's add a way to play this sound. To do that, we create a new method. Let's make this instead of the update method, and this one is going to be public.
Let's go back.
for each sound in our sounds array, and that the clip is .pitch. So if we save this now and head into Unity and hit play, we can see that at the start of our game, an audio source gets added for each sound in our sounds array, and that the clip, the volume, and the...
Okay, let's see. Play. Yep, we have all these. Yeah, we have all these sounds now. I didn't hear any sounds playing. Yeah, I should also probably make it so that you can also hear the sounds. YouTube. No, that's not the one. Fix it. I think I'll
pitch or
a
get
few
copied over.
minutes.
Let's exit play mode and let's add up a way to play this sound. To do that, we create a new method. Let's make this instead of the update method, and this one is going to be public because we want to be able to call this method from outside the class. Let's call it play, and it's going to take in a string with the name of our sound. Then all we have to do is
public void play. Let's see, public void play, okay. And now just hide this. Okay, what is one? Log warning. I think it's a log warning. I don't know.
is loop through all of our sounds and find the sound with the appropriate name. We could do that by creating another for each method and checking the name for each element, or we could go up here and say using system, and this now allows us to find the sound by going array.find. We want to find the sound in the sounds array, and we want to find the sound where sound
nice emote
is equal to the name. Now this type of syntax might be a bit new to you, but it allows us to write code a whole lot faster. We then store the sound that we found in a variable called s. And finally we can go s.source.play. Of course this is going to throw an error if you don't.
What the fuck? Okay, what? Okay, sound s equals array.find sound s source.play. Let's go quickly hide this for now.
Don't find the sound with the appropriate name. We'll have a look at that in a second. So now our audio manager should actually work. We have a way of defining the sounds that we want. We set up audio sources for each sound when we play the game, and we have a method that we can call whenever we want to play a certain sound. So now we can find the place in our code where we want our player to die. Let's go into player, and here I have a script called player collision. Under this onCollisionEnter function, I check if what we hit was a meteor, and if it was, we want to go ahead and end the game and destroy the current game object. This is also where we want to play our sound. Of course, we need a reference to our audio manager. We could create a variable up here and reference it in the inspector, or since this is only going to be called a few times, we could use find object of type, and the type that we want to search for is audio manager. We then call dot play, and then the name of the sound that we want to play.
Okay. That's pretty simple. Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's open my script. Okay. First, we see this. There's so much green here. Okay. Okay, now we can. First, let's do the bomb wall. Okay, here we go. We have one bounce surface, right? Yes, only one bounce surface. But okay. What script am I? Okay, so I'm gonna say it again. I think I'm gonna go make a new script and reuse some of the stuff from the bounce surface, so then I could, well, make sounds on collision. Let's see. Wall sound. Wait, come on. Fuck. Okay. Let's open this. And let's open this. Okay, so now time to try the code. Fine, not fuck. Find the object of type. Here we go. No. Here we go. Here we go. YouTube. Find object of type. Audio manager. No. Manager. Do we need to add some brackets? Brackets? Dot play, not play. And then he said the name of the sound.
Audio manager. We then call dot play and then the name of the sound that we want to play. In our case, that's player death.
Player death, okay. And we want to play. Let's hit top wall. We could just rename this to top. No, let's say TB wall, and this one we can just Control C. Let's put the volume as just 1. Ooh, Lavender Town. Okay, okay, let's put it onto our, actually, bottom, top wall, add component, wall sound. Let's see. Will it do what I want to do? Kinda. Let's go. Sound. I don't like that sound. Yeah, no. Pitch. Let's say the pitch is 1. Thunder Wizards, what? Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Finally have sound. Let's go. No, I think you can hear the sound. I added the thing. Yep. Yep. Okay, now time to do the other sounds.
So now with a single line of code that we could put anywhere in any of our scripts, we can play a sound of our choosing. And so we should hear that when we hit play, and if I manage to collide...
Let's just finish adding the sound. Now time for the paddles. For the paddle sounds, I think I can just use the same thing. Okay, let's rename this to delete paddle. Yep. Yep. I just name the sound paddle. Paddle. Now I'm gonna copy this. Let's save it. Now let's wait. Okay, let's go. Let's go player, opponent. They need to use the same paddle sound script. And now the audio manager. Let's delete the paddle 2 script. I said delete. Okay. Yep. Just call this paddle. And now it... Oh wait, I forgot to put on the pitch and the volume. It won't really work without the volume. It's gonna be 1 and pitch. Let's also put 1. They have different pitches on this sound, so yep, beep boop boop beep. Time for the explosion sounds. I was going to delete this, and for this I can just take this wall sound. Where's duplicate? Is there not one? C V Now we just need to rename this to Windows V Explosion. What is this? Dire Docs? Yep, Dire Docs. Oh, what the? Let's go to the explosion script. Explosion. Oh yeah. Save. Now let's start. What? Oh, I forgot. Right and left wall. We need the what's the explosion sound? Yes, now both of these left. Yep, right. Yeah, no, you didn't get. So yeah, let's just. Yep. Now it should work. Yes. Yep, everything's working like it should. But when like the beep and pop sound like a trigger, there is just like a sound a bit, like a little pop sound, and I don't like it. But that should be it. So yeah. Why don't we look for someone to raid?
Your mom.
First, let's look what to raid. Let's see. I know who to raid. So he's like a friend of mine. Well, technically not really a friend. I just sometimes come to his streams when he's streaming. He doesn't really stream often. And plus, he doesn't get much viewers because of that, I think. So yeah, let's go rate him. Yeah. I'm gonna this. Oh yeah. If you're interested, go join my Discord. Every Saturday we do like an anime or movie night. And also here's my socials. No, not that one. Yeah, here you go. Here are my socials. I have a YouTube and Twitter. So yeah, I'm gonna end this stream here. Thank you everyone for coming, and may your hearts be your guiding key. Cool. So yeah, bye.